Hello and welcome to What's in Store, our regular roundup of tasty bits and pieces I've been seeing on my travels up and down the country. There's something for everyone, and if there's not, wait until next month, there'll be something new along. So here I am at our Leicester store, where people are preparing for our 40th birthday celebrations. 40 years of Maidenhead Aquatics, which, it has to be said, has changed the face of the industry and with it probably the hobby. So we like to think for the better, but you can judge for yourself. Anyway, have a little look at what we've seen and put together for you this month, and next month it'll all be completely different, and we'll be older and wiser. Bye for now.
Coral reefs are complex habitats, and nature has had a very long time to fill every possible niche. A number of tangs and dwarf angelfishes have evolved alongside one another, and the tangs mimic the angels as juveniles when their defensive blades aren't well developed. The spiny fins and gill spines of the angels are worth claiming, even if it is a bluff. Many predators know to avoid getting a mouthful of painful spines, and the tang is protected by this elaborate deceit. This pairing of model and mimic were behaving just like they would in the wild, with the herald's angel shadowed by the juvenile orange-shouldered tang, which will grow into a very different-looking adult. Anemones are popular but challenging aquarium inhabitants, especially when kept alongside clownfish that are too large for them. With requirements similar to corals, keeping them has never been easier, and there's one particular type that seems to thrive in our aquaria. The red bubble anemone, Entacmia quadricola, is a form that grows to a size large enough to host clownfish and reproduces by division, splitting into clones that can eventually form a colony. Rainbow fish are a great choice for larger community tanks, but can be easily overlooked in stores. Although larger than most shoaling fish, keeping a group of a single species will really bring out the best in them, and the dorsal flashing display of these male blue rainbows, Melanotenia lacustris, really needs to be seen to be believed. Many rainbows have very small native ranges, making wild populations vulnerable to habitat loss. Their popularity as captive-bred pets gives them security, which may prove vital in the future. Rainbow fish tend to display and spawn first thing in the morning, which is why the staff often get to see the best of the rainbows that can be a bit dull later in the day. In a furnished home aquarium, quite often the males will carry on displaying throughout the day and showing you their very best colours. Probably the most misidentified pet fish on the planet, the three-lined cory has now had a name change alongside most of its relatives. Widely bred and sold as Corydoras julii, this fish is now known to science as Hoplysoma trilineatum. Unfortunately for those of us who've been preaching the gospel for years, most of the breeders who export this fish don't know its true identity, and the world is full of books and online resources that perpetuate the same mistake. In the 40 years that we've been trading, nobody's ever bred the real julii commercially, and this situation is unlikely to change. Don't tell cory snobs, but I think the common trilineatum is the more attractive fish of the two when you see them side by side. Sarasa comets are always eye-catching, with reds that put all but the most highly bred koi to shame. Whether mixed with other goldfish varieties such as shubunkin or canary goldfish, or brightening the pond with their crimson and white, it's hard to find a better pondfish for the average garden pond. You'll find them in all of our pond sections at the moment, and they're hard to miss. Like koi, sarasas don't breed true, and any young produced in the home pond can be anywhere from white to red, with or without any of the patterns of the adults. Thanks to their strong red pigments, sarasas are often used in breeding programs to improve the red tones of standard goldfish.